Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for Farming Simulator 2022 as we continue our start from scratch run here on the Swiss map, Erlengrat. We are trying to work our way up to get some chocolates. We got our nice little building over there. We got our cow pen. No cows yet. Gonna do my best to get cows to this episode, so bear with me. I apologize. I promised you them last episode. Didn't quite get there. We started a contract to get us some hay so we have some food for them. And didn't quite finish it yet. But here we are. We're ready to start picking up this hay and start making some bales. So let's get going. We're going to lower this pickup. We got to do this ourselves anyway. So, no, turn it on, please. I just unfolded you. Oh, I didn't unfold you. I lowered the pickup. There we go. Now we can turn you on. These are going to be nice square bales though, which is good. You can just keep going without having to stop. This first pass is not going to be super great. It might not even be worth our time. But honestly, even if we got one bale out of this that we got to keep for ourselves, I mean, that's more food for our cows, right? And these are actually some... How big are these bales? If 1,000 is 14%, then 7,000 would be... Sorry, 5,000 would be 70%. What are they, 7,000, 8,000? We get to 2,000 at, I think they're 8,000, right? We'll get to 25% at 2,000 liters here. Actually, we'll get to 28% if the first one was 14%. Trying to do the math. I think they were on an odd number. I could be wrong. I'm sure we've had these size bales before. I just don't remember the exact number it was at. That does mean, I mean, a third, I mean, that's 2,000 liters of hay right there that, again, if we're able to keep for ourselves, you know, maybe it adds up. Now we're going to start filling up quick in a hurry, though. These nice big piles of hay here we got. I didn't even see what it was. Was it 6,000 something? $7,240 maybe, so he is kind of an odd number. I mean, there's no telling how fertilized and prepped this field was for the grass, but I feel like we're getting a decent amount off of this one, so I would imagine we're going to be able to get a good amount off of our own field as well. I don't think we're going to need to do grass. I mean, even though grass replenishes itself, right? We don't have to replant it. I think we will eventually be replanting over the grass because I don't think we're going to need it that much. I don't think we need that many cycles of grass. I think we're going to be able to do some other cash crops or other supporting crops at some point in time. I'm still okay that we split up the field in half. That allows me to grow two separate things, you know, easily. But at some point in the future, we may just rejoin them again once we can buy another field or two. Which wouldn't be hard. Just get a plow and recreate it. Pretty easy. You guys watched my 19 series, especially one of the later ones. We did some field creation in one of those, I know. I'm gonna get quite a few bales off of this. Hopefully it's at a good... Hopefully we can figure out exactly how many to do for the contract, though. I mean, I want to make sure we get that right because I want to save as much of this as we can. I mean, if we sell a couple of them and make a little bit of money off it, it's not the end of the world, but I'm hoping we can... I'm hoping we don't have one full trailer load. I'm hoping we have more than one trailer that we can pick up to be able to get the... to have basically one full trailer that maybe we can sell for the contract. And then have a leftover little bit that we can get for ourselves. Wonder if there's an easy way to determine exactly how much they need for the contract. Even though this is the only thing that we can't use automation for, is the baling and the picking up bales. At least both of these jobs are incredibly easy. Just follow the line. I hope you guys are enjoying the series. I really do. I went back and forth on whether I should even do another series. But I mean, I will say this. The other series started off amazingly well, and I'm just so grateful for all of the people that have watched it and then commented and supported and liked and everything else like that. And the people that are continuing to watch it. I am so thankful for that. But it did die off real quickly. You know, it is what it is. And I'm not just doing this to gain more views. Quite frankly, I get it. I mean, if you come to watch a farming simulator video, and for sure, that first one's a bit rough because I'm not as knowledgeable about 22 as, I should be. Plus, I've kind of forgotten a lot of things from 19. But maybe you want to come see cows. Maybe you do. Maybe that's what you want to see. You want to see animals. And I'm not doing animals on that one. So maybe if you left the first series because you wanted to see animals, and hopefully you come back for this one, or if you like whatever I might be doing on the other one. By now, you know what the other one is. I guess I could say it now because I'm recording the cow series back to back. So I haven't started the other series yet. But by now, you would have seen the other series. So I can go ahead and tell you, we can talk about it. The other series is going to be, I'm going to do a French map. And again, these are this series and the French series are going to be very targeted series. So they're going to be a little bit less frequent. I'm going to do one about every other day. I mean, between the two of them, they're going to be a new video every day. But I'm going to do flip-flop those while I continue the main series, which is going to be a little bit more thorough, I think. But this one's going to be focused more on the dairy, the chocolate, the butter, the cheese. We'll see where it goes from there. And then the other series is going to focus on probably grapes and olives because I want to just try something different. It's completely new, completely different to the game, and I want to see what that looks like. So by now, you've already seen it. So I haven't quite personally planned out how it is at the time that I'm recording this, but hopefully it works out well for you guys, and you guys are enjoying that series as well. Again, something different, experimenting, playing around with different type of crops than we've ever seen before. I think it'll be a lot of fun. And we might as well do the French map for that one. It gives me an opportunity to play all three maps, but since it's a little bit more specialized and focused, hopefully it's a little bit easier to use it doing the truncated upload schedule. All right, get our last pass done here. And actually, before I finish this, how's my other guy doing? Oh, you're still working. Okay, I was going to say, if you're done, I can... I was like, why is it not showing anything? Because grass is turned off. Where's grass? Yeah, okay, good. We are good. And it is definitely growing. Oh, the roller didn't finish all of that. Oh, I didn't notice. I let him automate, and I kind of just went off and did other things, and then I came back, and I forgot to check. I mean, I think it's mostly seedbed, so I think we're going to be mostly good. Technically, I could stop and finish that real quick. Kind of want to because it's going to bother me. I'll be honest. We'll let him finish this pass. The one bad thing about doing the roller is that you cannot see where you've left off at all. Like, look at this. It's just, it looks 100% identical. It's a little, I think it's a little tiny bit darker. Okay. I'm actually going to undetach right there so I know exactly where it left off. We'll go grab the roller. We'll finish up the roller real quick. It won't take long. And then I'll be happy. Because not a huge deal, but it's going to bother me if it's not rolled. And, there's some imperfections. Even if once we plant it, we would probably never have really known. I will know. You're not going to be able to do it, are you? Apparently this thing... Apparently a decent sized trailer of... I guess those are metal rolling pins. It's pretty heavy. Who would have thunk? Hopefully we can just do like one pass here. That'll be good enough. Let's see. Make sure it's lined up better. All right, good enough. Lower roller. I think I can. Come on, buddy. You got this. Just trying to hover a little close to the edge here. He's definitely struggling. All right, so I can see this part in the middle here is rolled. I think I went over the edge a little too much. But then I guess the end cap is not rolled for whatever reason. Weird thing is the AI, when I let him do it, he stopped on this other end over here. I guess he just gave up partway through and then raised the roller and was like, I'm done. Looks like even to the right of us, it's going to need a little bit as well. Let's roll the grass. Okay, I wasn't sure what it would do over here. I think I still missed a tiny bit. I mean, better. Still missed a little bit, though. Man, this thing is struggling to get up to speed. Wonder what the horsepower of these rollers is. I should look that up in a second. I'm actually kind of curious now. I'm going to look. It would be under our owned items. Oh, no, this is leased. 160. I mean, we're, what, 130, aren't we? Or did I get a... What size tractor did I end up getting? I know I didn't bump it all the way up. Oh, we're at 117. I know it can go up to like 130. But, yeah, I guess 117. And we're decent. We're about 50% off the horsepower that it's asking for. So I guess that makes sense. Where did I miss up here? Right here. Lower roller. Oh, no. I was doing that right. I was like, fold you up. Man, I wish my, I know I've talked about this before, and I don't mean to, I'm not trying to bring up a sad subject or anything like that. You know, it's been a couple years. It's all good. Everything's good. But, my very first, Farming Simulator kind of playthrough for Farming Simulator 19, you know, I mentioned, you know, I was dedicating to my grandfather who had just passed away, and both my grandfathers technically were just passed away, but one of them was especially a big farmer, who did like big tractors and stuff like this. I wish he was alive, you know, at the time that, you know, I'm playing this game, because it would be cool to just ask him some of the, do you really do this? Or, you know, how does this work? Or things like that. And actually go look at the equipment. That would have been fun. Now that I kind of get a little bit of an idea of what it does. And I'm sure he would have loved that too. I mean, just me taking an interest in his job, I have a feeling he would have loved that quite a bit. But, you know, it's one of those things. It is what it is. But, yeah, I mean, it's definitely fun. I'm having fun with this, and it's definitely cool learning. It's funny because, look, I couldn't go out and go be a farmer today in real life. Obviously, there's still a lot I do not know. I mean, I might know enough to get myself into a little bit of trouble and, like, you know, be okay. And I think I'm capable of learning, but it is funny, though. I'll see myself all the time driving down the road, and I'll be like, oh, I recognize that tractor. Oh, I know what that piece of equipment does. Oh, and it's kind of funny, you know. Video games, say what you will about video games, you know, but you can learn some good stuff from video games, I think. I mean, car mechanic simulator or whatever, what's it called? Car mechanic simulator? I forget what it's called now. Anyway, whatever. It is not an apples to apples, 1-to-1, you know, example of rebuilding an engine or anything like that. But there's enough in there that if I were to go look at an engine, I could be like, okay, so that's that, you know, that's the other thing, you know, there's the oil pan, there's the, you know, there's the pistons, there's the crankshaft. I mean, I might not have, I mean, I kind of knew what those were before I played that game, but I know what they more know what they are even more now. Now, could I actually take an engine apart and put it back together? I don't know. I mean, I'm fairly mechanical. I'm fairly good at, putting stuff back together after taking it apart. I used to do that all the time when I grew up, but not well enough on a vehicle that vehicles are expensive, a lot of times. So I don't think I would trust myself to do it on an expensive vehicle, but I might be able to find a cheap vehicle and tinker around with it and figure it out with enough knowledge from Car Mechanic Simulator. So, video games are just cool. I love video games. I'm assuming you guys do as well because you're here. Why would you be here? I just realized you've been running this whole time. Oh, well. I can't imagine you'd be here if you didn't like video games. Or maybe you just really like farming. I don't know. But don't get me wrong. There's a lot of... You got to take care, I guess, with video games. You don't want to just... There was a time in my life where I played video games from 8 in the morning until like 2 o'clock in the morning. I literally, I think I slept for 6 hours every night, and then I played video games the entire rest of the time. And that was back when I just lost my job. I lost my job right before World of Warcraft came out, the original, like way back then. And so I had to move in with my parents because I couldn't afford to have my own place. I had no bills because, I just didn't have anything at the time anyway, which I guess is the one benefit. But I picked up a little bit. Is there a way to pick up more? No, I've got like a partial bill of hay. That's not good. Oh, well. And so, instead of going looking for another job, which I should have, obviously, I'm not, and I know what I should have done, just because I know what I should have done. Oh, I could change the bell size. Oh. These are fine, but whatever. Anyways, I'm trying to continue here. How do I unload you? Oh, there we go. And so, I played World of Warcraft all day, every day, without end. I was just played WoW all the time. Now, I still play WoW today. It definitely got to an addiction point back then. It got to a point where I had to take like a year off from World of Warcraft and kind of earn the right to play it again, if that makes any sense. I was an adult. Don't get me wrong. I was living with my parents, but I was like 19, 20 years old living with my parents. So yes, I was living with them and they had some expectations for me. And they're like, if you're not going to pay rent, here's what we expect from you type of thing, which I think is fair. But I was an adult. I can make my own choices. But I felt like I needed to earn the right to play World of Warcraft. And for me, that meant, first and foremost, getting a job. And then second, going back to college. Because I had started college, but I think I'd went for like 2 semesters. One semester, 2 semesters, something like that. And I never went back. And so I was like, that is my way. And look, I'm not going to recommend the same thing for anybody else. I do not recommend you go to college just to go to college. Go to college if you think it's the right thing for you. Go to college if you think it will get you where you want to be in your life. Don't go to college just to go to college. I don't think that's the right answer personally. I've learned that a little bit the hard way. I wish I'd done things differently. But anyway, and so I went back to school, got my degree. And when I went back to college, and like partway through my first semester, actually it might have been after my first semester back at college when I gotten my like first kind of grades from that first set of classes. And I was like getting, perfect, I don't know, A's or 4.0s or whatever the grade scale was. I can't remember if it was letters or numbers or probably numbers. I think it was a perfect 4.0 grade scale. But anyway, I was succeeding in all my classes. It was at that point that I was like, okay, I'm doing what's right for me. I'm doing the right thing. I'm making something out of my life. Now I can get back into World of Warcraft and I can start playing it again. So that's when I started playing again after that. And I've played it most of the time since then. There's been a few gaps here and there after, expansions and stuff like that I've kind of left. But no, I still play it today. I played it a little bit this morning. But now I only play it like a few hours a week. 4 hours on Saturday mornings to 4 hours on Sunday mornings are the time periods that my group raids. We raid on the weekends. And then I play maybe, if I need to, I'll play a little bit during the week just to get caught up on different whatevers. If you're familiar with the game, keeping my character in tip-top shape. But other than that, I don't play that much. So I'll play a few hours here and there. So it's way below the, 80 hours a week or craziness that I played back when I was being crazy. Now, obviously, I play a lot of video games for this as well. But again, I'm not going like 80 hours a week of video games. I work a 40-hour a week job that sometimes goes over. So 40 to 50 hours. Let's say that. I set aside time for my family, set aside time for my kids, and I do all those types of things. Oh, come on. And I get to the point where I'm like, okay, I've done a lot of good things. I'm doing the right thing for my family, doing the right thing for me. Okay, I've earned the right to stay up here and play video games for a little bit tonight. And so that's what I do. And of course, I do video games for this as well. But I can kind of justify this because, I get a little bit of a, just went a little too fast there, a little bit of a income from this. I don't get a lot. I'm going to be honest with you. I do not get a lot. Up until this month, for the past 5 years that I've been doing this, I've been doing this just coming on 5 years in January. I average about maybe $100 a month now. So not a lot. I mean, it's enough to like get a little bit of extra YouTube equipment. Basically, all the money I've gotten so far, since in the last 4 or 5 years, is gone straight into getting lights, cameras, things like that for the YouTube channel. It's all gone into the channel because it's not been a lot. But again, I have a full-time job, so it's not like it's critical. This is just a hobby that I get to have fun with and pays a little bit of money. I say up until this month. This month, obviously, you guys have been watching a lot of videos, and I appreciate that so much. And it's starting to get a little bit better, which is awesome. Will it ever get to the point where I can quit my day job? I don't know. My day job, I make, without going into too much detail, I make 6 figures in my day job. So I make quite a bit of money in my day job, relatively speaking. So, I'm what's called a principal software engineer, which is, decently high up. You've got, entry-level engineers. You got normal software engineers. You've got senior engineers, which is a lot of people that, there's a lot of good money in senior engineers. And then I'm the next level up from that just because I've been at my company for quite a while. And, and I just recently, actually at the beginning of this year, made principal software engineer. So, which is cool. Does that mean I know a lot about programming? I know a lot about programming the software I work on, if that makes sense. Could I go to another job and be successful? Maybe. Messing up here. But the primary languages I work with are C#, JavaScript, and the one I do the most of personally at this point in time is SQL. I do a lot of SQL with database and stuff like that, and PL SQL and stuff like that because I'm writing procedures and stuff like that all over the place all the time. That's just a big part of my job right now. So it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it a lot. Up until this new promotion, I was having fun, but for some reason this new promotion, it's not only just a new promotion, but a new team that I work at in my company. So it gives me opportunity to work on different things that I haven't worked on over the last several years. And so it's new fun stuff, and I like the sequel. So it's definitely fulfilling for me. But anyway, all that to be said, and I hope you guys don't mind me talking while I'm driving a tractor around. What else am I going to do? But what happened? Oh, that was weird. It just kind of cut out on me for a second there. Anyway, at the end of the day, I make pretty good money doing the job that I do, and I do enjoy it, and I'm fulfilled by it. So I'm not like, oh, I need to get this YouTube thing working so that I can quit my job that I hate. No, it's not like that by any stretch of the imagination. Plus, my YouTube channel would have to be like several hundred subscribers to come even close. I don't even know if that's enough. How many subscribers do you need? I know it's more views, but subscribers is a good estimation of views. How many subscribers do you need to have like a 6-figure YouTube salary? Pretty decent chunk. So that's the funny thing about it is that 5 years ago when I started doing YouTube, I was not making, this much. In fact, I've probably come close to doubling my salary since I started doing YouTube. So when I started, it was a lot easier for me to think of the idea that maybe someday YouTube could be good enough to take over my day job. Now it's just like, no, it's not going to happen. It's kind of just going to be a hobby for now until we get to the point where I'm like, all right, house is paid off. Everything else is paid off. Student loans are paid off. I don't need the money. Now I can do whatever I want with my life, I guess, at that point. Is this the drop off right here? Usually it's the yellow bit, but then also they have the little symbol right here. All right, I'm going to try drop it off here. If it messes up, then, well, now I know. Okay, good. I was like, I'm going to unload these, and they're just going to sit there. And I'm going to be like, now what do I do? Because it's not easy to pick them back up. I don't think I can slide this. Maybe I can. Maybe once they're stacked up like that, I can just slide this thing back and pick them back up. I don't think so. I think I have to actually pick them up back up manually one by one. I guess what I could have done after they were stacked up like that is pull the tractor around and push them into the square. Oh, the things. I don't know if you guys have watched my 19 videos, like the originals. Oh, the comedy in some of those originals ones. How many times did I flip my tractors over driving down the road? Oh, you've got to go see some of those, I'm sure. I mean, I don't recommend all of them because they were not great videos, although a lot of people have watched them and have commented that they enjoy them. I definitely was very, very rough and did not know anything and did so many dumb things. It was hilarious. All right, we're going to go pick up another bale. I promise you guys cows, though. I mean, it may not be until the very, very last minute of this, but we are going to get some cows going. In fact, I think what I'm going to do is... How full is that contract? 79%. Oof. I should have seen it before. I meant to. I was sitting there talking off whatever, and I forgot to check before I drop those off. I'd like to just like drop like a bale or two off. Can I leave a bale or two over there, or how will that work? Out of my way. Out of my way. Oh, is my other tractor good? I want to stop you in the middle of the road because I want to check my other guy. Oh, he's almost done. Good stuff. Good stuff. And that field will be ready to start going. And I forget when do you... I'm assuming grass grows quicker, even in seasons, right? That's my assumption. I'm going off of it. I could be completely wrong, but I think that's the case. But I'm sorry about that. Just bumped the mic. But so I don't know how many stages of growth grass has compared to stages of growth other crops have. Other crops now have, because of the seasons, however many stages of growth between one phase and the next, basically. If you've got a full year between planting and growing, or planting and harvesting, then I guess you've got like 12 stages of growth effectively. If you've got like 6 months, I guess you have 6 stages of growth. I don't know where grass falls into that. And so what I'm trying to get at is I actually don't remember or don't know where in that process we fertilize. I think as soon as we see the grass, we just fertilize the second set, but I'm not sure after that. All right, operating position. How many more bales do we have here? Did I have one back here in the corner? No, we're good. Did we have a full trailer load? Kind of hope we have a full trailer load and then a little bit extra. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I've only got like 11 or 12 over here. Like, how much hay do I think I'm going to need? These are pretty big bales. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up 4 of these, go take them to my farm, and then come back and get the rest. And we'll go ahead and, like I said, we'll go ahead and pick up the cows at that point. Because of the size of these bales, I hope these are not too big for our front loader for our smaller tractor. Because there are two different... Not only can you change the size of these bales between the 180, 200, and 220, or whatever the sizes were, but you can... I think there's even smaller ones. Like, there's really, really small ones that I think might even be small enough to pick up with your bare hands. I can't... I'm not sure. I haven't actually tried, but I know that they're really small compared to these. So I don't really know how much we're going to need for 30 cows. I don't think we're going to need that much for 30 cows, at least not just to get them started. We're not going to do the TMR yet. We're just going to do some hay. It'll at least get them. I want to say grass is 40%, hay was 80, and we'll see once we get the cows. And then TMR is 100%. We do still have quite a bit of money left. I mean, we haven't gotten everything that we need, and the cows are going to be a pretty big chunk of this, but I think we can get a couple 18-year-olds, or 18-month-olds, to mix in with some of the other youngsters. I will get some youngsters just because I like quantity, but maybe, I mean, could we do 10, 10, and 10, have 30 cows total? 10 at 2,200 would be 22,000. 10 at 200 would be just 2,000. So it's easy. I just went the wrong way. Oh no, I didn't. Here we're good. And then sorry signs. No signs are going to survive me. And then 10 at, what was the middle one? Or was 2,200 the middle one? That might have been the middle one. I mean, it's going to be $50,000-$60,000 worth of cows if we go that route. Maybe that's too much. Maybe like 4 of the older ones, 8 of the 12-month-olds, so that at least they get old enough to breed here in a little bit, and then a whole bunch of youngsters. Maybe that's the right move, just to try and save a little bit of money. All right, I don't have an actual place to put this. I need to get me like a barn or something. I'm just going to... Can I set this over here? I wonder. I'm actually going to try and drop this off right here and see if it does anything. If I can line this up properly. And if not, we'll just get the front loader and move them around wherever they need to. I'm just going to pull you up a little bit, right about there. Unload bales. All right, we'll try that. We'll see what that does for us. We're going to lower the platform, and we're going to get some cows real quick. We're a little bit over on time, but I promise you guys cows this episode. I'm going to get some cows this episode. Where's the sun? Does it get darker earlier here because of the mountains? I don't remember. All right, let's get out of here. Oh, I forgot. You know what? Let me turn that on and off. I'm always going to forget to turn them off or turn them on when I'm getting them. Where is the... Oh, I should turn on my autosave. Whoops. In fact, I will save the game real quick just to make sure we're good. I didn't realize I'd turn that off. We're at 1 day a month. Seasonal growth, that's fine for now. Snow's on. Crop, all that stuff's on, that's fine. Dirt's normal, okay, all that's good. Automatic engine start. We'll turn that back on because I think I like that better. I still don't know what the trailer fill limit is. If you guys know, let me know so that I can, so that I will know. I guess I can always look it up. All right, let's get us some cows. We's going to get us some brown Swiss, and we can have 45 cows, so that's a lot. I think we're going to do, like I said, 4 of these. And we'll just have them delivered because I don't have the trailer. I don't want to buy the trailer right now. No big deal. That's only $1,550. That's actually not... I thought it was $2,200 earlier. No idea where I got that number, quite frankly. We're going to get like 8 of these. Okay. And then we're going to get... So we're at 12. I guess 18 of these. I could just get 16. Just let them breed up. I like the even 30. I don't know why. I like a little bit of evenness here. And then we'll buy a bunch of these. Selling those only $60 a piece. Crazy. All right, let's go look at our cows. Look at them all. Can we tell the different ages? I don't think so. Oh, they look so good. Like, I'm not wrong, right? That is a higher resolution model than before, right? Like, I'm not like the 19. Those look so good. I'm about to get impaled by a bunch of cows, though. Oh, there's one in here. What are you doing in here? And can we see the age? We can see, yep, you're 12 months. You're 12 months, 18 months, so you're a little bit older. No visible difference, which would make sense. I mean, why bother, I guess, at that point. There's a 0-month-old. Just as big and fat as the others. All right, well, there's that. And then we need to check the cow stuff. So they don't have hay at the moment. So there's conditions and there's food. So we do need we do need to get them straw to make them fully happy. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so there's reproduction, health less than 0%. So because the health is not there yet, because they're not getting fed, they're not going to reproduce. But these right here just say that they can't reproduce because they're not old enough. So that makes sense. So only 4 of our cows are going to reproduce. Not going to get a lot of reproduction right away. In 6 months, we'll get a bunch more. And then, of course, a year and a half from now, we'll get quite a few more. Yeah, hay will be 80% effectiveness. So that's not bad. This is owned by us. Of course, this is too heavy to lift. I'll have to figure that out later. But at least we got the cows. I wanted to show you guys. Maybe the hay goes in here. Not the straw went in here, but maybe I've got it flip-flopped. We'll just get the front loader later, and we'll figure it out. But we'll finish up that contract next episode and get our cows actually fed. But at least we have them. I wanted to get them in this episode. You guys can see them. I think they look great. I think they're pretty amazing looking. Love the cows with the mountains behind. I think this is perfect. This is great. I love it. It's so much fun. But I do appreciate you guys watching. Again, as always, please like the video if you like these. Want to see more of them. Hopefully you're enjoying the other series as well. But I do appreciate you watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye.